Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Yes.
morning, guys. Good morning.
Yeah, very good morning.
Yeah. So the last class we discussed about what is testing, right? So what is testing? Anyone? What is the definition of the testing? Can anyone tell me what is testing means what? What is testing, guys? So testing means what? We need to check whether the application is working according to the client
Client
requirements or not. Yes, that is very, very important because most of the people are say that finding the bugs and all the things, right? But simply what we can say, what is testing? Testing is nothing but to check any software or application, okay, to check whether it is working according to the given requirement or a client requirement. Now you are a client, now you have a business, you have some requirement. So based on the requirement, the developer build the application, okay, develop the application. Once it is developed and it will comes to the QA, we are the QA, right? We are the testers, we are the functional testers. So once it will comes to the QA, we need to test that application whether it is working according to the client requirements or not. Okay, it's very simple. No need to by heart. If you by heart, you will be forget. Simple definition. Whether it is working according to the client requirements or not. I'm assigning one task. Please verify this login screen. Please test this form. Please test this mobile phone. So what you need to do? So you need to test whether this mobile, whether this device is working as per the given requirement or not. You need to check. Understanding, right? So that is very, very important. Okay, clear, right? So yesterday we discussed about, right? So advantages of testing and testing qualities. This is very, very important, guys. What is the testing qualities? No compromising on the quality. So compromising on the quality. So no compromise. Suppose if you find any spelling mistakes, suppose you find any errors, there is a sentence mistakes, so immediately you need to report, like logo is not appearing in the proper way, the logo is not appearing in the proper format, okay, so you need to immediately report. If you compromising on the quality, you will not expect the quality product, so never compromise. What are the issues you find, immediately you need to report. There is a comma is not there, full stop is not there, there are some cosmetic issues will be there. Cosmetic issues means very minor one, very small one, so you need to report that also. If you are ignore that issues, again the client will find the same issues, again it will be problem for the QA team. So you need to report what are the things you observe in the application, you need to report. Okay, and one more thing is very, very important. What is positive thinking and what is negative thinking? Can anyone tell me what is the positive thinking and what is the negative thinking while you are testing the application? Can anyone tell me what is positive testing and what is the negative testing? What is the positive testing and what is negative testing? Anyone?
Positive testing means suppose when the application we tested whether the client given requirement is working or not. Suppose
Yes.
if username is Satya, password is Satya, both Satya and
Yes.
Satya is working or not. Negative
Okay.
testing means when we are providing username is Satya and
Hmm.
password is some different, not exact matching the requirement, some other
Yes. Invalid one. Invalid.
invalid
Yes.
one.
Yes.
That is negative.
Negative testing, yes. So this is very, very important. Positive testing and negative testing. Okay, the phone number, what is the phone number? Maximum phone number is what, 10-digit number, right? So in this case, what is the positive testing here? Generally I enter with the numerical numbers with the 10-digit number, so it should accept, it should accept. Okay, but in case the negative testing of the phone number, I'm not adding the numerical, I'm adding the combination of numerical, special characters and alphabetics. I'm adding all the things. This is also accepting means what? This is a bug. No need to ask whether this is bug or not, because The phone number should not have any special characters, any alphabetics, but I'm adding the both the combination of special characters and alphabetics and numerical, even though also it is taking the number. So this is wrong, right? This is wrong or right? This is wrong, right? It should not allow. So negative testing is also is very, very important, but not always. First, whenever any task is assigned to you, see, we will discuss each and everything in online, like real time, like what we will do in the real time. I'll tell you each and every example. First, whenever you assign any task to you, first you need to check the functionality. Okay, very, very important. Very, very, very important. You need to check the functionality, valid user ID, valid password, whether you are able to log in or not, whether valid phone number, whether you are able to say the phone number or not. After functionality checking, you need to check negative testing also. The negative testing is also is very, very important because are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. See, now positive testing means what? The positive like valid user ID, valid email ID I'm giving. If I click login means it will go to the respective page, like dashboard page will come. So this is what positive testing. I'm giving valid user ID and valid password. Authorized person. Okay, I'm not giving unauthorized person. I'm giving what? Authorized person user ID and password. Suppose negative testing. I'm not giving anything. I'm not enter the username. I'm not giving the password. I'm trying to log in. Okay. In that case also it is getting to the whole dashboard page means that is a bug. So what is the negative testing? Sometimes they will ask you in interview how you will get error guessing. What is called error guessing? See, now I'm not giving anything. See, I'm not giving anything. Now I'm trying to click login. This is what negative testing. If I click login, it should not allow. See, it is asking what, please enter the user ID. So validation messages is, are you getting or not? You need to check. This is very, very important thing. Now I enter some data. It should not again show that please enter the username because I already entered the data, right? So it say please enter the password. If both are wrong, again one more validation message will come. If I click login, so it is say that incorrect user ID password. See, these validations you need to test. Very enjoy, we can enjoy like anything, guys. I'm telling, right, in the testing we can enjoy like anything when if you understand the requirements. If you only blindly test the things means you will not get anything. You feel like it's a very boring job, but if you understand the requirements you can enjoy like anything. So you need to test each and everything, whether you are giving valid one, valid user ID, valid password, click on the login, what is happening? Invalid user ID, valid password, what will happen? Invalid user ID, invalid password, what will happen? Sometimes in the interview they will ask you, can you tell me how you will test the login screen? Can you please tell me how you will test? You need to tell all the scenarios. Like I will give the valid user ID, valid password, click on the login. Let's see whether it is navigating the respective page or not. I will also check with the negative testing, like I will give the invalid user ID, invalid password, and if I click the login, still it is going to the respective page, then it's a bug. So you need to test in the both areas, but the first priority you need to always give the functionality testing. Or so negative testing is not a good approach for the testing the things. First you need to test with what, positive testing. Positive testing means what, you need to enter the valid things, then application is working correctly or not, you need to check. And also you need to check the negative testing also. Check after completion of positive testing, check one time whether it is allowing the negative testing also or not. You need to check, because sometimes end user will not enter anything. By mistakenly I click, I'm not entering anything, I click the login button means still I'm going to the dashboard page, then there is no use to validate the user ID and password, right? So make sure that you need to check the positive testing and negative testing also. Error guessing, what is error guessing? So I'm not giving anything, I'm clicking the login button. In that case still it is going to the dashboard page means, suppose take a Gmail ID, without entering the email ID, Gmail ID and Gmail password, you are able to see your emails, then it's a bug, right? So make sure that it should not repeat and it should not happen. So negative thinking is also is very, very important, but always remember the positive testing we need to do first, and after that we need to do the negative testing. Okay, is it clear, right? Any questions so far? So this is very very important, guys. Most of the people, freshers, they concentrate only because the developer is says that, hey, please enter email ID, hey, please enter the password. They think that, oh, the developer is says like that, right? I need to follow the developer words on. Don't do like that. Once you follow the developer things, and after that also you need to test negative testing without entering anything. Let try with login whether it is allowing or not, whether the validation messages you are getting or not. Okay, so you will not listen always the developer words. Okay, because their intention, what their developer in their own way, their own thoughts. So you always think like a end user prospect to, not like a tester, not like a developer. You always need to think like what end user, how end user will test the application, how end user will use the application. So you need to always check with the end user prospect too. Okay, any questions, guys? Is it clear, right? So analytical skills, some thinking knowledge is required. So blindly I cannot test. If I change here, what happening in the application? If I see developer added in the drop down, what is happening in other pages? So you need some analytical skills is also is required to test the application. You cannot go with blindly. Okay, so analytic skills is also very very important. And I can tell you, right, patience is very very important for the testing purpose. Okay, so we need to test many scenarios, we need to run many commands. So in that case we required some patience is required. You cannot expect today only you will get a bug. Okay, once you understand the functionality, once you understand the domain, then only you can find the bugs. More and more bugs you can find. Okay, and finally one thing I can tell you, guys, you are believe or not, 60% is required the communication. 60%, 60, and rest of the 40% are your subject. Because in manual, the thing is, they will in interview process they will ask you, can you please tell me about yourself, and can you tell me what is your roles and responsibilities. So you need to explain your project. Suppose you find any bugs, you need to report to the on-site team. So here the 60% will carries the your communication skills. The communication skills is not only in English, you can speak your mother tongue also, but other person should be able to understand. So the common language is English, right? So just you, whatever you are doing, you need to express and you need to tell to the other teams. And documentation, writing the mails, and suppose you find the issue, you need to report, right? You need to report that issue to the team members. So here the communication is very very important, carries more communications is here carries. Okay, because subject we can learn later also. You can learn once you get a job, they will give you KT. What is called KT, guys? Anybody? What is called KT? You know what is KT?
Knowledge transfer.
Yes, knowledge transfer, absolutely. Because see, the day one, I not give. Suppose you got a job in my organization, I cannot give day one only. Do this one, do that one. I cannot tell like that. I need to give a proper training to you. I need to give a proper domain knowledge to you. Then only you can test the application. So that company will take care of that one. But you need to take off the communication part. Communication means what? How I need to talk. How I need to deliver the things. You need to think about this one. Okay, writing the mails. You will not write the mails as you like. Okay, putting all the numbers, whom I need to send, whom I need to first point of contact, who is the my point of contact. You need to check on all the things. And before sending a mail, twice and twice and twice, and you need to check, because in mind we are thinking one, by writing we are writing another thing. So before sending a mail, twice and twice you need to check what heading I'm keeping and what message I'm passing. You need to check, because once the mail is send it out, you cannot roll back. We can roll back it, but it will take a lot time, but it's not a good approach. Okay, so take your time. Is there any spelling mistakes will be there or not while writing the mails, and all the things you need to check. Okay, so the testing qualities, what testing qualities is required? No compromise, never compromise on the product. Okay, what are the issues you observe? You need to report. Negative thinking, so you need to check the positive testing and negative testing also you need to check. Analytical skills, thinking knowledge, like observation, more observation is required. And patience, the lot of patience is required. Okay, communications and returning skills is also required. Okay, So what is a good tester? What I want to become a good software tester means what is required technical skills. If you have some technical skills, it's an advantage. Okay, you know Java, that is very very nowadays. The testers is also running a unit test and all the things like we are also automation testers, right? So if you know the little bit Linux commands, Java, JavaScript, if you know some technical knowledge, then it's very very advantage for your career. Analytical skills, just now we discussed, right? Thinking is very very important. What are the how many positive ways to test that application, how many ways I can test that application. So analytical skills is required. Attitude is also required, guys. Body language, while you are speaking someone, you suppose the developer is not accepting your bug, what you will do? You are reporting the issue but developer is not accepting, so what you will do in that case? Anyone? You are reporting the issue but developer is not accepting, so in that case what you will do?
We have to be
We
firm on our assertion. We
But he
can't.
is not listening, he is not accepting, so how you convince that one? Do you understand my question? Yeah. You are reporting the issue but developer is not accepting, so how you convince the developer?
we need to explain politely and how impact the application.
Politely also is not accepting, then
Then we need to uh, show the screenshots and what is the impact of the
absolutely, yes, absolutely good. You need to provide the screenshot. See, I'm telling you're not listening, I'm telling you're not listening, so how I need to tell you means I have a screenshot, I have the video recording on that area, so I need to provide the screenshot. The screenshot is very 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 important. Okay, if you provide the screenshot, then it's a have a proof, right? It's a valid proof. So if I'm talking you're not accepting, then how can I convince you? Simply I can show screenshot means then you can easily accept it, right? So we never test with the developer system. Sometimes developer is come, they ask you to test in my missions, please do not do that one, because we never and ever will work in the developer systems. It might be it will work in the developer system, it should might it not work in QA environment, it should work in the QA environment also. So you need to ask them, no no, it is not working in my system, could you please check what is the problem? So developers say that no no, it's working in my system, can you come and check in my system, means you should not take that advantage. Okay, because we are not conform in the developer environment, we need to conform in where? In QA environment. Environment is nothing but like a servers. Okay, they have three servers, like generally QA environment, production environment and dev environment. QA testers is always they provide the QA environment. Okay, they provide the QA server. Developers, whatever they written the code and what are the code is pushed to the server, and also developer is also test the application, that is what unit testing. So developers is never test in QA environment, developers is always test in which environment? In dev environment. And production environment, production is what? Live data. Please remember, we never and ever work in the production data. So no one will work in the live data, I cannot play with the live data, I cannot test with the live data. Okay, only we will test with the tested data. Tested data means ABC, how phone number I'm giving, and just generally 10-digit number I'm giving. I never give customer phone number and never test that like that, because customer information we never see. Okay, that is what production data. Production data we never see. Okay, so understanding, right? There are three environments: QA environment, production environment, and dev environment. Okay, so environment is nothing but a servers. Okay, okay, don't worry, they will we are never work in this area, but you need to know which environment you are working. So this is what QA environment, this is what production and dev environment, this is what production environment. So this is what live data will be there. In the production we never test. So whenever anything will comes to the QA, they will provide the QA environment. Okay, in the QA environment we need to test the data. In production and in dev environment, developer will be test the application. And this is what production. Okay, this is what production environment. Understanding, right? So this is very very important. Pro. pre-prod and post-prod, like so this is what QA environment we always test in this environment, and developers is always test this environment. Okay, we will discuss, don't worry. So attitude is what body language. You have a doubt, so hey Karthik, can you please clarify this one? I'm following this way, this is the right way. So if you send like that, they will give you proper information. Okay, so sometimes we need to listen others words what they are telling. You cannot argument with them. Okay, sometimes their point might be right. Okay, so attitude is also is very very important. Passion, if you feel like it's a passion, yes, I want to work in the testing side, so you can love the job, you can enjoy this job. Like if you have a passion, yes, I need to work, so you have a well respect will come, because whenever the developer is any logic is written or any component is developed, you are the one person you need to test whether the component is working correctly or not. You are giving more and more issues, then you have a lot of respect, because you are not compromising on the quality. Okay, and coming to the salary point, most of the people they ask what how much I salary I got, how much I salary I got. I can tell you only one thing: if you are a domain person, if you are a knowledgeable person, you have a multiple skills, you can get more than developer salaries. But when you are the most dependent person in that organization, you know the domain knowledge, you know multiple skills, you know good stuff, then you can demand like anything salary. Please do not ask these things. Most of the people are asking how much salary I will get. You only think how much salary you can earn, there is no limit. So nowadays there is no limit. You are a knowledgeable person, you are such a good skills you have, you know manual, you know automation, you know APIs, you know web securities, and you know cyber security, you know penetration testing, you know performance testing, you know DevOps. Like it's a full stack QA. Nowadays the people are looking what full stack QA. Full stack QA means only one person can do each and everything. That is what industry is looking now. What now if you go with one profile, you will not sell it. You know, you need to know Java, you need to know SQL, you need to know some scripting languages. Understanding, right? So if you have a multiple skills, there is no age limit. As a fresher also you can learn, you can earn 9 lakhs or 8 lakhs also. It depends on your profile. So you need to get your profile is what more weightage. Okay, but do not compare with others. Most of the people what they will do, they're comparing the others. That guy is getting very less salary, even if I join in the manual automation, do I get the same salary? Please don't ask these questions. Okay, because if you are a skilled person, if you are talented person, you can sit at home, you can earn how much you want, you can earn that much of amount when your skills is upgraded. IT means what? Every time you need to upgrade. Now market is a go is what? It's a go is one of the language. Okay, now Python is one of the important thing nowadays. The Python, everyone people are looking with the Python. So whenever the you need to grow with the latest technologies, what are the technologies will come, you need to learn with that. RPI. Okay, so but basic platform is what you need to enter in the software, say a software side. Once you get a job, and slowly you can build your career. Okay, not on 10 years only I'm working in the manual means your growth will not be grow up. So once you get into the manual, after automation, after I'm very interested in API, I will move to the API. I'm very interested in performance testing, I want to go for a JMeter. I'm very interested in server side, so I want to go for a DevOps. I can create the app servers and all the things. I'm very interested in scripting languages. So choose your career after 2 to 3 years. Okay, after that you think about your salary. But initially you are expecting the salary without knowing anything, you are comparing with others. I want 6 lakhs, I want 7 lakhs, I want 8 lakhs. Means who will give that one? No one will ready to give 7 lakhs and 8 lakhs, right? If you are stuff, you have a talented, you know Java, you know automation, you know SQL, you know multi-skill, then you can expect, you can demand like anything. I want 22 lakhs package. Then they require your demand, they will ask you, I will ready to pay 25 also without submitting any documents. You can come and join the organization. no verification, no thing, because you are such a talented person. They not ask any documentation also, because we required you, we required your skills. How much you want, tell me? We are giving 30% or 40% will hike, because you are such a talented person. So skill, thinking about the salary, please concentrate on your the skills. More and more skills you can add it. Okay. So passion, like I told you, right? What are the job you done? Not only testing, you, what are the job you done? You love that job, definitely you can enjoy that job. Okay, and finally, verbal and communication. So returning skill. Suppose you want to go for a software testing side, you need to require all the things like technical skills, analytical skills, attitude, body language, and I'm sorry, I forgot this one. Productivity. See, this is very, very, very important. What is meaning of productivity? Save the time. You need to save the time. Productivity is means what? How much productivity? Today, 1 hour I learn the manual. What I learn? After 1 hour you have a question mark, then it is the waste. Today's productivity is zero. After 1 hour I learn what is testing, what is the testing types, and what is the environments. Or okay, today's productivity is little bit high. Okay, good, I learned somewhat. Okay, so productivity is very, very important. So in the organization, they look what productivity, how much time you are taking and how much time you are completing the tasks. So you are taking 3 days of the time, but your task is not in still in to do process only, it is not completed, then productivity is what? Zero. There is no progress. So productivity means what? You need to save the time. Suppose I told you, right, just you find the issue and you report it to the developer, and with along with the screenshot and along with the steps to reproduce, you are giving all the information to the developer. So developer is say that, hey, thank you Karthik for such a nice information, I'm ready to fix it. So again, developer need not re-spend the time. What freshers will do? I'm getting the bug, he not write any steps to reproduce, he not put any screenshot, simply post what simply one message, I got a bug in this area. Again, developer need to spend the time. Again, to QA team need to spend the time. Who is reviewing that bug, that person is also need to put a lot of time to recreate the bug. So here the productivity will be lost, because everyone is spending the time. Suppose as a tester, you will provide along with the screenshot and steps to reproduce to that bug, then everyone is happy. Hey, thank you for information, Karthik. I got steps from you. I follow the same thing. Even I'm able to replicate. Replicate means duplicate. I'm able to duplicate that issue. Thank you for your information. I'm ready to fix it. So you are saving the development time. You are almost saving the development time. So this is what productivity. So always you need to put more productivity, whether you are getting the productivity. Reusability. So suppose again the code is already there. Again, no need to write again the code. Again, it's a waste, right? Code is there, just copy that code and reusable and customize according to you. Okay, so that is what productivity. More productivity is very, very important. Okay, is it clear? So these all are very, very important to require the software testing side. Any questions so far? Okay, so now there are very, very important session today. It's not demo, guys. I hate the demo. One day you cannot judge me, but I will continue the things. Today is what the topic is, what? Software testing. Okay, there are types, there are two types. Okay, testing is what? To say, that is what we discussed, right? To ensure, make sure whether the application is working as per the given requirements or not, whether the requirements or not. Okay, see, one more point is very, very important. Software testing is a process of verification whether the project will be acceptable to the end user or not. Whatever the project you build, final one who is what? End user should accept it. If end user is rejected, means what? Your application is not as much as expected to the customers. Okay, so end user should be accepted it. So always you need think like whom, like you always think like an end user. Okay, software testing is a process of verification whether the project will be acceptable to the end user or not. Okay, there are two types. One is what? Structural testing. Another is what? Functional testing. So far we know only what is testing, but again he is saying that testing are two types. Okay, what is structural and what is functional, and who will do the structural testing and who will do the functional testing. Let's see. Structural testing also we can call it as a white box. Functional testing we can call it as what? Black box. Let's see who will do the white box testing and who will do the black box testing. White box testing. See, who will do the white box testing? That is what my question, right? So the testing is based on knowledge of internal logic of application code, is also known as glass box testing. If you know the logic, if you know the code, you can do the white box testing. Now tell me guys, who knows the logic and who knows the code?
Developer.
Yes, developer. So we can simply say that no doubt at all, white box testing is done by the developers. Simply saying that, right? The testing is based on, who will test this one? Based on knowledge of internal logic. If you know the logic, if you know the logic, how this components is working, each and everything, then you can work on what? In white box testing. Okay. Why we can call it as it's a glass box? Why we can call it as it's a glass box? Can anyone? Why we can call it it's a glass box? Anybody? Why we put it's a glass box? Why we put it's a white box? We can put it any other name, right? But why we can put it's a glass box? Anyone? Share your thoughts, no problem. It's right or wrong, that's the secondary part. Why we can call it it's a white box? Anybody? Okay, cool. White box means what? I'm able to see the code, right? See, developers is always see the code. Okay, that's the reason we can call it as it's what? White box or a glass box. Glass means what? We are able to see the code. Okay, so whenever you are able to see the code or we can able to modify the code, we can say that it's a white box testing. See, the developer is always sees his logic is working correctly or not, and before he's sending to the QA. Okay, so who knows the logic and functionality of the component, there people can do what? White box testing. You know, right? Who knows the logic and functionality of the code? Developers. So simply you can remember, white box testing is done by the developers. Okay, in case in interview, why they question why means, you can simply say that because they know the internal logic of the application code, so they can easily test this one. Okay, internal software and code working should be known for this type of application. If you know the internal logic and code, you can test the white box testing. Okay, is it clear? Any questions? So the tests are based on coverages of code statement, branches, path, and conditions. Okay, they're always, the developer will test the whether my branches means what? I write some code and I need to push for the particular branch. Okay, and path, I'm giving the path, I'm giving the condition, if condition, for conditions, like I'm giving some condition, whether this conditions is working or not, they need to check. This we can call it as what? Unit testing. This is very very important for the developers. Unit testing, or we can call it as it's a component testing belonging to the white box testing. Okay, so we can call it as what? Unit testing. Now question for you guys, we already testers will be there, right? Why the developer need to test? We already there, right? Testers we already there, we can test the application, but why developers need to test? Then why we are calling it's a white box testing? Is it required to developer to test the application?
Yes.
Why?
uh, uh, Before they're executing the code, whether it is working or fine or not, he need to check.
Yes, that's true, right? So did you agree with that person? Yes, we need to test, right? At least I'm a developer, I'm build a one code, okay, one component, one functionality. So before I'm sending to the QA or sending to anybody, I need to test at least one time from my end whether this my logic is working correctly or not. So that's the reason the developer is always need to do what? Unit level testing. The unit level testing is mandatory for the development team, because sometimes my war confidence, I will not test the code and I'm sending to the QA. QA is finding the same issues. Again I'm not checking, again I'm sending to the QA, again QA is saying that still bug is existed, still the same issue is I'm existing. Again I'm sending, the still QA is replying back me, still the same issue what I reported last 2 days, the same issue. Then I need to check, right? Before sending the QA, I need to check whether my component is working correctly or not, whether my functionality is working correctly or not. So that's the reason unit testing is mandatory. Mandatory means what? Compulsory for the development team. Is it clear? Any questions? Come on guys, you can ask, have a questions if you have. Okay, clear itself. Okay, is it clear, right? Or if you are not understand, I will repeat one more time. So that's the reason I'm asking.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
clear.
Okay, good. Thank you. So the developer is always need to do what? Unit level testing. Okay. So that's the reason we can call it as a white box. There are many names. Can you tell me what is glass box? Glass box is nothing but a white box. Open box. Open box is nothing but a white box. Clear box. Clear box means I'm able to see the code. That is also we can call it as a white box. And open box, clear box, transparent box. What is transparent box? The people will confuse in interview. What is transparent box? What is that? What is transparent? Transparent means I'm able to just see the code. That is also white box testing. So might be in the freshers they will ask you a little bit confusing questions like what is clear box, what is open box, what is transparent box. So all are belongings to what? White box testing only. Okay, is it clear, right? So in interview they will ask you, can you tell me what are the types of testing? There are two types, like one is never say there are two types. Okay, don't say there are three, there are four, classified into four categories. When you need to talk like a professional wise. The testings are white box testing and black box testing. The black box testing, white box testing is always done by the developer, because they knows the internal logic of the code. Before sending that code to the tester, the developer need to test that code whether it is working properly or not. So that we can call it as unit testing. So the developer need to do, once the code is done, he need to do unit testing. So you need to tell like in the interview. Okay, don't say there are two types, there are three types, there are category. Don't say like that. Okay. Okay, white box testing. See, internal structure and design and implementation of this item beginning test known for the tester. Suppose if you want to test this one, you need to know what is the internal structure, design and implementation. So this all are knows only by the developer. That's the reason the developer will test this application. Okay, the developer will follow the things like control flow testing, data flow testing, branch testing, and path testing, and statement coverage and decision coverage. This will all taken care by whom? Developer. Okay, so don't worry, we never work on this area. What is control flow testing, what is data flow testing, what is the branch testing, what is the path testing? We never work in this area. This area will be the work for the developers only. Okay. And what about black box? See, we are the black box testers. We are the black box testers. Why? See, internal system design is not considered in this type of testing. Give me any application, I'm ready. Give the Cisco application, I'm ready to test. Give me a Android application, I'm ready to test. Give me IoT application, I'm ready to test, because I'm least bother about what is the logic behind in that. I never see the code. I never see any code what you written in the code. I always depend on where? Requirements and functionality. QA is always depends on what? I'm not depend on JavaScript. I'm not depending on Python. I'm not depend on PHP and ASP.NET. I'm not depend on that one. Okay, whatever you use the code, develop. Okay, but give to me to test. While I'm testing, I always depend on what? Two things: requirements and functionality. If you understand the requirements clearly, you can test the functionality clearly. Okay, if you're not understand the requirements clearly, you cannot expect the functionality. Understanding, right? So we always, testers is always based on what? Requirements. So zero coding here. There is not required any coding language here. Is it required? No, nothing. Just what is required for us to test the application? Give me the requirements, I'm ready to test your application. You can ask like anything. Give me a proper requirements. Okay, I'm ready to test your application. I always depends on what requirements and functionality. Give me the requirements. Based on the requirements, I will test this application is working properly or not. See, the requirement is what valid user ID, valid password. It should be dashboard page should be come. That is what requirement. I'm not bothering about what code is behind backside, what code is written. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, this is what black box testing. In the requirements is clearly say that username should be admin and password so on so on. Click the login button, you will able to see the dashboard page. That is what requirement. So I'm checking the login functionality, I'm entering the valid user ID, I'm entering the valid password and clicking the login button. The dashboard page will be displaying. So actual result and expected result both are the same. What I'm expecting and what is actual result, both are the same. So my test case is passed. This is working as expected. Login functionality is working as expected. Understanding, right? So negative testing, I told you, right? In the requirements, negative testing without entering user ID, without entering the password, click on the login button. That also you need to check. Okay, so this is what understanding the requirements and functionality. If you understand the requirements, if you understand the functionality, you can easily test that application. So black box testers, what is required? Requirements and functionality. That, yeah, this is two are very important. Now Hadoop testing, SAP testing. So what is SAP testing? If you understand the SAP functionality, if you understand the functional flow, how SAP admin module works, how the modules will work, if you understand the domain knowledge, your testing is easy. How protocol will works, how APIs will works. If you understand the requirements, then your testing is easy. Without knowing of all the things, you cannot test, right? How DevOps will be works. If you know that requirements, if you know that domain knowledge, what is cloud computing, how the data will be stored, data centers is what is the data centers, where the data centers will be there, in which regions it will be there. If you know the stuff, you can easily get it. The things is very easily. If you don't know the things, then it is very difficult to learn all the things. Okay, so we are always depends on the requirements. First we need to ask requirements. Could you please provide the requirements for this component? So developer will give you the description of that item. Okay, first whenever any task is assigned on your name, what you need to do, don't jump directly to the task. First take your time, open the mail, read that developer comments, what is mentioned in the comments, and go to that item, open that item and go through the description part. What developer is mentioned, the key points, acceptance criteria. The developer is mentioned some acceptance criteria, you need to follow the steps. So developer is clearly says that please do the regression on login screen, please do the retest on the login screen. So there mention some points, you need to understand that points. If you are not understand, get a clarification from your lead. Still lead is also having a doubt, then we can directly point it to the developer. So developer will give you an explanation. But tester, you are only in the confused mode, you only don't know what is the requirement, you cannot test the application because you don't know what is that line and you are ready to test the application. Then it will makes very dangerous because you have no clarity on that one, what I need to test on that area. First get the clarity on that item, line to line you need to read, understand the requirement and start doing the testing. Okay, they will give you plenty of time to understand the things. They will not be pressure like today only you complete, only 1 hour you need to complete, 13 minutes only you need to complete. They never do like that. You have a plenty of time they will give, you need to utilize that time. Okay, so tests are based on, we will see, don't worry, we'll see how Jira will added, all the things we'll see in the coming sessions. Okay, each and everything we'll see in the real time how it will works. Okay, the test based on the requirements and functionality. Other than unit testing, the remaining testing types belongings to the black box testing only. So black box means what, we are never see any code. Okay, and we are also follow some techniques, equivalency partition, boundary value analysis. This is very important. They will ask you the question if you are going with the fresher level, what is called BVA? What is called BVA? Boundary value analysis. and cause effect graphing. What is called cause effect graphing? We'll see the later coming sessions what is this, and let's see today we'll see what is the boundary value analysis. What is called boundary value analysis? BVA. BVA is means what? Boundary value analysis. Now they assign one task on your name. Please check this text box. The text box should be accept. Text box, there is a text box. The text box should allow 9 to 9,000 numbers. 9 to 9,000 numbers. How you will test, guys? Can anyone tell me how you are, what is your approach to test this text box? How
9
you
to
will
9
test?
to, yeah,
Hmm.
9 to 9,000, 10 to 8, 9,000
Hmm.
minus 8 to 9,001.
Hmm. Okay, that's good. So generally if I'm a fresher, I will confuse what I need to test. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If I go with 9,000, my time is gone, right? So I cannot test like that. There is a concept, boundary value analysis. So what we can do, what is the minimum value here? What is the minimum value, guys? 9 is what? Minimum value. Okay, take the minimum value. And what is the maximum value, guys? Maximum value is what? 9,000. Okay, you can say that it's a maximum value. Okay, do one thing, simple one. Minimum value minus 1 and maximum value plus 1. So what will happen here if you do like this? What will happen if you do like this plus 1? Okay, so what will happen here? If you minus 1 means what is the value here? If minus 1 is what? 8. 8 is valid or invalid?
Invalid.
8 is valid or invalid?
Invalid.
Yes, it's invalid. It should not allow. If it is allowing means then it is a bug. So 8
Bug.
is invalid. Yeah. So no need to test 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No need to test. Okay, because it is not allowing. So it is working as expected. Okay. Now you enter the 9. It should allow. And what is the range between 9 to 900? You need to change the range. What is the range? 9 to 900 means you can take any in between number. 500, it is a valid number. 5,000, it's a valid number. Okay, 6,005, so it's a valid number. So you can take any in between value, it should accept. And finally you can give 9,001. Okay, it should not allow. If it is allowing means what? This is the bug. So you can use what? Boundary value analysis. Okay, whenever the condition will come, minimum 3 characters, the text box should be allow minimum 3 characters and maximum 15 characters. So there will a document will be there. When we work on the project, we will explain you how we need to test with the FRS document. Okay, FRS document, this means a functional requirement specification documents. Okay, so in the FRS they will mention that clearly the text box should be allow. See here, the condition is what? Branch name. What is that? Branch name. This branch name accept 4 to 15 alphanumerical value only. This is the condition. So if you're giving 3, if the 3 letters is allowing means that is a bug. No need to ask anybody whether this is a bug or not. And more than 16, more than 15 values, suppose you are giving 15 plus 1, 16. 16 values you are giving, it suppose it is allowing means that is a bug. Understanding, right? So you need to check the conditions. Here it is clearly mentioned all fields are mandatory. Mandatory means what is the meaning of mandatory?
Compulsory.
Compulsory. Yes, star mark, there is a star mark will be there. So branch is a star mark, location is a star mark, state is a star mark, phone is a star mark. So there is given the conditions. Okay, in this case you can use the boundary value analysis. Okay, 3 minus 1, 2. 2 should not allow. If it is 2 is allowing, this is the bug. No need to ask. 15 plus 1, 16. 16 is allowing, it's a bug. So you need to check like that. Okay, no one will tell you please do boundary value analysis, please do this analysis, that, and no one will tell you. As a tester, you need get an idea if end user might mistakenly is enter the 16 digit, whether the application is allowing or not. If 16 digits is also allowing means then it is a bug. Okay, if end user enters the 2 letters and it is also allowing means that is a bug. Understanding, right? So you need to check the boundary value analysis, BVA. BVA is nothing but what? Boundary value analysis. That technique we need to follow. Is it clear? Any questions so far? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, very easily we can learn all the things here. What are the testing or two types? One is what? White box, another is what? Black box. We can call it as a structural testing, we can call it as what? White box. Functional testing, we can call it as what? Black box. In interview might they will ask what is structural testing means. Don't block and don't panic. Okay, structural testing is nothing but a white box testing. What is functional testing means? Black box testing. So most of the people are still confused. Do I need to know coding language and all the things? So the difference between white box and black box, if you see that developer is always depend on his logic. If I suppose if I'm a developer, I always depend on what in my code and my logic. My logic is working correctly or not. If valid user only, then only its application should allow. If invalid, it should not allow. For that, I need to write a logic. Okay, so I always think about my logic. I can able to see the code. What are the code debugging I can do line to line, each and everything I can do. When you're coming to the testing side, I always get a question mark. 1 plus 1 equals to 2 or not, it is correct or not, whether this is correct or not. If I log in, the dashboard page is getting this is correct or not. How I know that? Based on the requirements. In the requirements is clearly mentioned that see in the requirement document, I think I closed the document. Okay, see in the requirement document, what is say that valid CEO user ID or password, click on login button, which page it should come? Admin home page should become. In the requirement is clearly mentioned, right? If I log in with CEO, like admin user ID, admin password, what page I need to see? Admin home page. If I'm logging with admin user ID, admin password, I'm not seeing the admin home page, I'm seeing the different page. Then it's a bug, right? No need to ask anybody. In the clearly that mention in the document, it's clearly mentioned valid user ID, valid password. CEO means admin. If you log in with admin credential, what page you need to come? Admin page. If you log in with the branch manager, what page it will come? Branch manager home page should come. It's clearly mentioned. Understanding, right? No need to depend on anybody, no need to ask what page it will come. Or if I log in means you are no need to depend on others, you can independently you can work by seeing of this document. Always you need to work as an independent, not be like a dependent. Okay, someone will come, someone will tell you, someone will teach you, not be like that. You always be a independent. They provide the document, understand the document and test the application. They will give you how we need to work with the Linux, how we need to work with the Windows environments. They will give you each and every line to line command. You need to execute that command. So, but we have a fear inside. We have a fear. Oh, I will execute or not, whether it's a problem or not. Just leave that fear for a while. Okay, because attend the interviews, check yourself where I am in, how much I'm clearing the interviews. You need to attend, mostly you need to attend the interviews. 1 or 2 interviews you will not get a job. Maximum 15 interviews you need to attend, then only you will get the job. They're asking every day one question, right? Every interview they will asking one question, note down. Second interview, it should not repeat it, because you already faced that problem, you rectify that problem. Second interview you answer it. Third interview they're asking SQL, they are not asking manual, they are not asking Selenium, they're not asking the Java also, they're asking only SQL. So you third interview also you need to prepare little bit in SQL queries and all the things, and fourth interview you attend. So interview we cannot say what kind of things, basic question they will ask you, and they will check your thinking levels, and they will check your confidence levels. If you are good in the confidence levels, then easily we can crack the interview. Okay, so branch manager, if you enter the branch manager, what page it should come? Branch manager page will come. So this is what the question mark, I'm getting the question, what page should become if I log in with the branch user ID, branch password. In the document is clearly mentioned that a branch manager home page. So based on the requirements I clear the doubt. Okay, and see, programming knowledge is required for the manual testing, not at all. Zero coding, zero coding. Okay, Programming knowledge is not required. Any coding language is not required. Only you need to understand the requirement document. Implementation knowledge also is not required for the black box testers. We always based on where requirement specification document. We always based on where the requirement specification documents. Developers is always they based on detailed designs. If you provide the design of login screen, so you need to tell that how the login screen should be there. So if you provide the design, developer easily to write the code. If you're not providing any designs, you say that create a login screen means what? The company, every company, they have their standards and guidelines will be there. Based on the standards, based on the guidelines, they build the screens, and the quality check will be there. Whether the what color we need to use, for everything review will be there. Approval, we need to wait for approval. Once the approval will done, the developer will start doing the writing the logic and all the things for this screen. This is what screen, login screen. What, this is what label, this is what text box, this is label, text box, this is what drop down, like options. It's an arrow marks, expanding, right? If I click, it should expand. If I click, it will be collapse and expand. So you need to know this terminologies. Okay, this is what button, this is what link. Before you are going to the things, at least you need to know all the things. Okay, close button. So this screen is assigned to you. You need to closely test username, password, whether it is expand not. See, when I click the arrow is changing, right? The direction will be changing. That is also you need to observe. And login button, whether I'm able to click the login button. What is reset functionality? What is reset functionality, guys? If I click reset, what will happen?
All
Anybody?
text box will be clear.
Yes,
Data
all
will
the
be
text
clear.
box should be, yeah, data should, yeah, data should be clear. Yes, good. So you need to know all the functionality, then you can easily test that application. Okay, so this is what the testers. Our job is very easy, guys, to be frank. But what is the problem is what? Understanding the requirements. If you put a concentration on the requirements, no need to write any single code. So we are the black box testers. We never see the code. Okay, we are always depend on the requirements and functionality. Functionality is very important. Login functionality is completely different. Reset, just now you told, right? Reset functionality is completely different. What are the data you are enter? If you click reset, it should be clear. That is what reset functionality. Forget password functionality is completely different. Register completely different. Understanding, right? You need to understand the things. Okay, okay, so okay, we'll see SDLC tomorrow. This is very important. What is SDLC? Software Development Life Cycle. Interview question. Freshers means definitely they will ask you. If you are in campus, definitely. Without campus, interview question means SDLC. 100%. If the engineering you are fourth year only, they will ask you what is SDLC. Okay, okay. If you are in campus, still you can go with this question. 100%. Without this question, there is no campus interview. What is SDLC? Software Development Life Cycle. Okay. If you are fresher level, they will ask you what is SDLC and all the things. Okay. Any questions, guys, so far? What are the testing types? Two. Okay, one is what? Structural, another is what? Functional. What is the structural? What is the white box testing? White box testing is done by the, who will do the white box testing, guys?
Developer.
Why? Why?
Because
Why?
developer has the knowledge of internal code.
Yes,
So
yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, because developers need know the internal logic of the code. You need to answer in the interview the same way, because they will always question like this. Why? Means you should not stuck. If you are by hearting the same sentence, same line, means you will be stuck. So if you understand the concept, means you can easily answer in the interview. You can easily you can enter the answer you in the interview. What is why? Means you need to tell, because they know the internal logic of the application code, and before they sending to the QA, they need to check at least one time my code is working properly or not, because might be some syntax errors, might be they miss by overconfidence. So that the reason, the mandatory, the developer need to test at least one time whether my code is working properly or not before sending to the QA. So what about QA? How you will test the application? Yes, I will test the application. They sometimes they will ask you without knowledge of coding, how you will test the application. See how reversely they will ask the question. They won't ask direct questions. Without knowing of coding, how you will know that application is working correctly or not? No, you need to answer. Yes, before I start that application, I will go with the requirements. I understand the requirements with thoroughly. If I have any questions and concerns, I will clarify with the lead or respective person. Once I get a clarity, I start working on that application. Whether it is working as per the given the requirements or not, I will test. So you need to answer like this. If you are giving Google definitions and if you are giving only material definition means it's not workable. Understanding, right? So who are working really, who are not working really, we can easily say with the simple there by saying their answers. Okay, some people are overconfident. Yes, I have 3 years experience, this, that, blah, blah, blah. They will tell you. The simply they will ask you only one question. Can you tell me what version, current browser version? What is the current IE version? What browser version you are using currently? They will ask you only one simple question. What is the IE version? What is the IE version now? Anyone? IE version is what? Now IE version is what?
11.
Yes, 11. So you are 11. You are working every day means you will know, right, what version you are working, and what is the Chrome version? 88. Okay,
8.
88. Yeah, yeah. So see, generally we know who are working, who are not working because we not ask many in-depth questions. Very small questions we can catch them easily. Because if you are working daily, you know, right, what is the browser version? There are a lot of compatibility issues. So this is what real time we face a lot of problems with the compatibility issues. One browser is support, other browser is not support. So degrade the browser. So lower version browser we need to update. So these all are very, very important. If you are working in the real time, so you will have these problems. Okay, so you need to tell the interview also the same answers and same questions. Okay, so browser compatibility sometimes. There is a critical Sam, you are also testing and I'm also testing guy, both are working in the same organization, but application is working from your end but it is not working in my end. What is the problem? Can anyone, do you understand my question? We are both of the testers. The application is working from your end but it is not working from my end. What is the problem?
We need to
Might,
check environment.
yeah, environment both are the same, right? You are also tester and I am also tester, so both will be logging in the same environment only. What is the problem?
Should be
Whether
browser.
browser, yeah, browser version might be a browser version, might be you are using your update was 88 browser, I'm still using 85, 85 below that the application will not support. In clearly developer mentioned that point. You need to check the clear the developer comments also. We are not supporting the below 85 browser versions. You need to test. Some people are panicking, hey, it's not working, it's not working. Why? There are a lot of panic will be there. So coolly you need to observe the things. Why we are both are the testers only, why it is working for you and why is not. You need to analyze in that particular area. If you panic and you are calling some people and asking twice and twice questions, irritating, all the things will come at a time. Because what is the problem? It is working you and it is not working to me. So it's, I cannot tolerate that one. So you need to think first what is happening from your end and what is not happening from my end. You need to check. Okay, first you need to check browser version. Hey Karthik, let me know what browser you are using. Chrome. Yes, I'm also using Chrome, but I'm not getting. Hey Karthik, can you tell me what version is what version you are using? Karthik is reply, yes, yes Srini, I'm using 88. Let me check from your end. I'm checking. Oh, might be it's my one is 85. Let me try with 88. I'm also upload 88, but still I'm not getting. Hey Karthik, I also update 88 but still I'm not getting. Then still what is the problem? Sometimes cache issues will be there. Cache means what? Memory leakages. So you need to clear the browser history and again you need to check. So these all are real time points, guys. So you will not get any Google it and you will not get all the things. Okay, is it clear? Any question, guys? Anybody? Any questions? Any questions? Last call. Okay. So we'll see how browser compatibility and all the things. Yeah, go ahead. Any questions?
No, I was just saying, good session.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So we'll go with the same way. Don't worry. 100% you will get the job, but within not in a month, you need to spend and you need to prepare Java and all the things. Take a goal, put a goal. Like without goal, you cannot reach at any cost. March and February. March is the ending, right? April at any cost, you guys need to be placed. Not only manual, leave it the manual. If any job will come, I need to place. So prepare like that: manual, automation, Java, SQL. Okay. Okay, guys, we'll see tomorrow the session. Chalo,
Yeah,
thank you. We'll see.
thank you, Srini.
Yeah. Anyone asking any
Sir,
question? Yeah, go
sir,
ahead.
actually, you are going to discuss core Java required for Selenium testing.
No, guys, because see, I told you yesterday, right? I don't want to blame the students like Java comes Selenium. So what will happen? I can teach what I work with the same theory like last almost 3 to 4 batches. What will happen? If I teach Core Java and all the things, I need to go in depth. I want to give a good stuff. I don't like what is class definition, and I'm giving the same practice to you means. You will get the same thing, copy and paste. I don't want to like that. So you better use, just start with your own, or you can join. See, 2000 rupees or 1000 rupees, I don't know how much the cost. You can learn Java means that will useful your career, entire your life it will be used. Go and search what are the top languages to learn in 2021. What are the top means, Java is always be a top 2 or top 3 will be there. Understanding, right? If 10 days class, 15 days class, if I tell Java, you will not understand the things. Okay. Again, 15 days automation. So I don't want to mix the two things. Okay. I'm clearly tell you, see, without zero knowledge of programming knowledge also, we can build the automation. We can do that one. But while you're writing the logic or anything, you need to know, right, what is object, what is the class, what is the method, what is the string. You need to know that one. So that's the reason I prefer my students. Most of the people, they will say 3 months courses, and they will say that 1 month, 45 days, we cover almost Java and Selenium. Is it possible? Think from your end. You can learn Java 10 days and you can Java 15 days automation you will learn. No, it's not possible. In my opinion, I'm not blaming your opinions. As a really you want to go for solid, because in interview mostly they will ask you Java related questions, not automation related questions. Because automation related questions, only 20 or 30 questions will be there. If you buy hot or you mug up, you will answer it. What are the locators? What is the difference between elements and elements? This we can easily answer it. But they will ask you simple white page, can you please write a code? So you are able to write a basic code, not bigger codes. Public, static, void, main, string, arguments, and you need to open the braces and close the braces, and you need to write the code. So if you know what is public, what is string, arguments, and all that. So Core Java is enough. Core Java basic, Core Java is enough. Mostly they will ask the OOPS concepts. Okay. So I preferred my students is always to learn Java. I can teach. I can teach within the 15 days, but it's not worthable for you guys. Okay.
Yes, sir. Or
Yeah,
sir, you are
because
going to discuss SQL here? Yeah, not.
SQL we will discuss with only 2 or 3 classes, not much more than it. For me, not required for me also. You can go for SQL WW3 schools and you can learn, not required to learn all the things, only insert, delete, update, and joints, inner joint, outer joint, left outer joint, equal joints. That you need to prepare. That's it.
Required
Enough.
things we'll discuss in class, na sir?
Yes, we will discuss. We will discuss. Definitely, we will discuss.
And the length of
Yes,
this
sir. Thank
training is 60 days, right?
Yeah, 60 days, max 60 days. Okay, because automation will take long time. Manual, it's 25 classes, 20 to 25, 27 classes. That's 1 month. Okay, it's more than that. If you're interested, you are practicing more and more, then we can drag on these sessions. Yeah. Okay, guys. Chalo. Then I'm running out of the time. Have a nice day. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, we will discuss what is SDLC and all the things. Tomorrow we will discuss what are the BRS and FRS and SRS. There are few documents will be there. Let's look into what are the documents and all the things. What is PMP, what is BRS, and what is SRS. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bye.